Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Welcome to the National Honor Society induction ceremony. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the faculty of our school for successfully completing their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you too are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. Our chapter is proud to have been inducting new members, and today's ceremony indicates the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records which establish the eligibility for membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations, and we serve our school and community through many activities, including a school-wide food drive for the United Way this year. We are proud of our members' accomplishments and welcome these new members who bring new energy in support of our continuing work as NHS members. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Fairhaven High School chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for the society. Members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when our formal education has ended, for human education only ends with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success and can only be acquired in one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service can be established in the routine of a day's work where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
Character is the force that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is a product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is a problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we might hope to prove by example that we value character.
First and foremost, congratulations to our Honor Society inductees. It's been a long-standing tradition, and I apologize in advance for this long-standing tradition, but that's what Fairhaven High School is all about. That I kind of share my story, and you're probably saying, we really don't want to hear your story right now. But I'm at the podium, and you have no choice, so here it goes. I've done this now for 16 years and tried to share this story, and when I thought it was old and tired, we've had parents come back and say, well, I'm glad you shared it because we didn't remember it. So my story is this. I can remember the spring of a long time ago, I won't give you the date, in which I was heading to my Honor Society induction. And we had a baseball game, and I was on the baseball team, and it was a hot day, and I had to get in a suit after the game. And back then, and again, this is not like 1925, but back then, the suits were, you know, I had one, and my suit was kind of a corduroy tan. It had patches on the arms. It had a vest, and it was very warm. And our Honor Society induction was in the Knipe Auditorium. And so I got out of my baseball game, quickly changed. Of course, you didn't hear that I cleaned up much. I just put the suit on, so that's a problem in and of itself. And went to the Honor Society induction upstairs in the Knipe Auditorium toward the end of May, and it was kind of warm out. So my patched suit and my vest, next thing I know is we're holding candles, which is a tradition of Honor Society. And as we're holding candles, I'm beginning to sweat anyway. And the candle is right underneath, and we're standing there having the whole induction ceremony. And the cool part is I'm standing next to this girl, and we were friends all through high school. She didn't know that I really wanted to be more than a friend, but I was trying to impress, and I really wasn't doing a good job because I was sweating. I had my the lit candle underneath me. And lo and behold, I'm really making a short story long, but to make a long story short, you have to go sign the book. You're signing a book to forever be in our National Honor Society. And in that book, there are two names in the class of a long time ago that are next to each other. And the two names that are next to each other are me and that girl that I was trying to impress, that I was sweating all over and next to. And so forever and a day, we will be together in that book. The cool part is, about 3 or 4 years later, that girl that I was sitting next to that I signed on the induction ceremony became my girlfriend, and 37 years this August, we will have been married. So the message to you is, never wear a corduroy suit with a vest, and make sure that you don't come from a game to the ceremony, which you have no choice this year. But you might be sitting next to someone in the crowd that someday down the line you end up with. So that's my corny story, and I apologize for telling it to you. But it's a tradition now, and people always ask about the patch on the corduroy coat, etc. So you've endured that story. The last thing I always say is I talk about the 4 pillars. Scholarship is why you're in the room. I know all the other areas are important in community service and everything you've done to get to this point, but scholarship and making the grade and doing what needs to be done will always be your ticket into the admission. So your ticket into the admission of college or into the admission of life is meeting the requirements needed, the competency. That is your scholarship, and you should be commended for that. However, the deal breakers, the ones that take you above, and you've learned this to be nominated and put into the Honor Society tonight, are the other 3. So if the ticket in is scholarship, the rest are character, service, and leadership. Very briefly, my definitions as an old person now telling you my life of what I've learned about character, service, and leadership is service is about others, not self. And in the world we live in today, that's really hard. It's important to have a selfie, and it's important to have likes, and it's important to have all these outside things tell us about us. But the true success in life is to give. And my mom, who's 85 years old, had a story. She always told me that when you give, you get back double. And I, in my life, have learned that when you give, you get more than double back. So service is huge. Character. Do the right thing. You know the feeling in your stomach. You know the feeling in your heart. There is a right way to act in all decisions. And that split second that you have in making a decision, make sure you do the right thing. The right thing isn't always the fun thing, and the right thing isn't always the popular thing, but the right thing in time always works. Karma is real. And finally, leadership. Leadership is not about a title. Leadership is about making decisions that might go against the crowd, making decisions that are for the greater good for the long term, being out there and saying this is the right way to be. Because people need leaders. The world we live in today is void of strong leadership. It's up to you. So if you take your scholarship, your service, your character, and model that by your behaviors, you are a leader. Enough of the lecture series. Truly, I want to congratulate you. These are difficult times, I know, but there'll be a short blip someday in your radar screen. And remember these 4 pillars. Probably forget my first story. And just congratulations to each and every one of you on a major, major accomplishment. Thank you.
At this time, will the new inductees please rise? Raise your right hand and repeat the pledge. The audience can follow the text as printed in your program. Please join me in reciting the pledge. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals the ideals of my school and of my life. I, being aware of the honor which is being bestowed on me by my selection for membership in the National Honor Society, do hereby pledge loyalty to this organization. It shall be my earnest purpose to give unsparingly of my time and energy toward the promotion of all school activities.
Hello everyone. First, I'd like to thank everyone for viewing this presentation, especially our newest members. I realize this is not a traditional ceremony, but I hope you do take some enjoyment as we honor our students for their significant achievements. Let me point out that as a student, being invited to be a member of the National Honor Society means that you've met rigorous criteria and requirements. This invitation does not come lightly. It represents hard work, dedication, character, and a true commitment to education. You should be very proud of what you accomplished so far. Let me also thank our parents, guardians, family and friends, and anyone else that may have helped guide our young men and women along their current path of success. We as educators truly enjoy the opportunity to work with these students on a daily basis. So again, to our newest inductees, I thank you. You make Fairhaven High School and our community a better place. The journey you now take as members of the National Honor Society will lead you toward self-improvement and growth as individuals. Congratulations again, and I ask that you stay true to the essential core of hard work and dedication that brought you to this point. It will carry you far into a successful future. Thank you, and take care.